If you're trying to build a PC in these months, you've probably encountered many problems finding an available GPU from Nvidia because of the shortage of the RTX 30 cards, of course. But don't worry, because this situation is going to get way more complex and worse than ever. Let's find out why. Three new GPUs are going to be announced in the upcoming months, and for upcoming months I intend January and February probably, because as we'll see later, there is nothing official yet, even if we have some confirms by Asus and Lenovo. But these three cards are the RTX 3050 and 3050 Ti, which we don't know a lot about, the RTX 3080 Ti, which is going to be the challenger for the RX 6900 XT, the top of the line for AMD GPUs, and the 3060, which is going to have more VRAM than the 3060 Ti, but at a lower price. Is the RTX 3060 Ti a scam? Of course, the RTX 30 lineup wasn't completely announced on the first event from Nvidia, because the Ti version of the RTX 3060 and 3080 were missing. The base model of the RTX 3060 was missing too. The base video card, the 3050 and the Ti version, were not announced. We also are missing the mobile version of every of these video cards, and we may also see a Super series in 2021, so later this year. But now we'll focus on the RTX 3060. If it costs less than the Ti version, of course, why does it have more VRAM? Of course, the 12 gigs of GDDR6 memory is greater than the 8 gigs of the GDDR6 memory of the Ti. So does Nvidia want to just kill the Ti version? Is Nvidia going crazy? Maybe, but not this time, because there are of course some differences between these two video cards. First of all, the Ti version has, yes, 8 gigs of memory, but at 256 bits, which means it has a greater speed, it's faster than the 12 gigs of the 3060, but at 192 bits. Not only this, but the RTX 3060 is going to mount the same GA106 400 graphic processor, but with less cores. It is gonna have 3840 CUDA cores versus the 4864 CUDA cores of the Ti version. This is a clear response to the rumored RX 6700 XT, which is rumored to have also 12 gigs of GDDR6 memory. And even if you have 8 gigs at a greater speed, the average consumer will see 12 and 8, 12 for less price, and will go, hey, that card is better for less price, let's take it. So this is the Nvidia response. This new GPU was also confirmed by Asus, because they added and then removed after a little bit on their support list the Strix version of both the RTX 3060 and RTX 3080 Ti, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. But this is not the only thing we've learned by Lenovo, I don't know. Because we also know, thanks to them, that we're going to see the RTX 3050 and 3050 Ti, which is probably going to be the best choice for many gamers, because this is the very first entry-level GPU for ray tracing. You'll be able to play ray tracing on the entry-level side, which is amazing. These cards will have 4 and 6 gigs of GDDR6 memory. The RTX 3050 should mount a different processor than the Ti version. The base version should mount the GA107-300 with 2304 CUDA cores, 18 ray tracing cores, RT cores, 72 tensor cores, and 4 gigs of GDDR6 memory at 128 bits. While the Ti version should mount the same processor as the 3060, but so the GA106-400 with 3584 CUDA cores, 28 RT cores, 112 tensor cores, and 6 gigs of GDDR6 memory at 192 bits. But when you will be able to buy these cards? When will be the release date? This isn't sure, but we know two things. We know that January the 12th there will be an announcement from Nvidia, which is probably regarding the mobile versions of these processors for laptops. But it's very unlikely that they will also announce these new cards. It's more likely that we will see the announcement on late January or mid-February. But if we'll have the same stock issues as the rest of the lineup, it doesn't really matter, because you will have to wait at least another 4-5 months so that you can actually find a GPU on stock. So we are now going to talk about the RTX 3080 Ti, which is the answer, as I said earlier, from Nvidia to the RX 6900 XT, the top of the line GPU for AMD. So this means that the price range we're talking about is $999. This GPU is going to mount the same graphic processor as the 3090, which is really interesting, the GA102-250KD1, renaming Nvidia GG, with 10,496 CUDA cores, 82 RT cores, 20 gigs of GDDR6X memory at 320 bits, with a TGP of 320 watts. Of course, I'm reading this because I can't remember all of these numbers, so sorry. This should be almost as powerful as the 3090, but at $500 less. But I mean, let's be honest, if you want this card, you're probably going to have to buy it from a scalper or use bots, and if you buy it from a scalper, it will cost at least $2,000. So yeah, there is also a rumor for the 4090, but I mean, it's only a rumor, no one confirmed this, so take this in mind. But this card should double the performances of the 3090. This means that you could actually play 8K at high frame rates, 60 FPS maybe constant, with no DLSS needed. But we know nothing of these cards, so this is the only thing that the internet has provided us with.